Okay, let's start. Thank you. And so last time we did a bit and we start how to speak on pictures and so on. Now we are going to do a real exam task that is the second part of the speaking, because you know the first part is just to speak about yourself, very easygoing, but the second part you have to speak together, two candidates together. Of course, not you. I'm sorry, Rossana, you would be with Valentina, but with somebody else. But if you are well prepared, no problem. You can speak to anybody. Okay, so let's share now our screen. And we were at page 62. Okay, and because we did 61, you remember?
Yes.
Okay, and we are getting into 62. So we start to hear, bless you, Vale, two candidates, Sofia and Ricardo, talking about two pictures in speaking part 2. Read this instruction and question above photos A and B on page C2. What two things does Sofia, candidate A, have to do, and what does Ricardo, that is candidate B, has to do? So read Rossana, the task here. 4 minutes. Go on.
4 minutes, 6 minutes, 4 groups of 3. Okay. Candidate A, it's your turn first. Here are your photographs on page C2. They show young people with others who are close to them. I'd like to compare the photographs and say why the two different kinds of relationship are important to teenagers. Candidate B, do you prefer to spend your free time with family or with friends?
Okay, so Rossana, what do you think Sofia has to do here?
As a candidate A.
A, yes.
Okay, and the candidate Sofia should describe the photographs and say the
not describe. Be careful. She has to compare.
compare, and say what is the okay, what relationship is important to teenagers.
That's it. That's it. So. Good. And what about Ricardo?
And Ricardo must express personal, his personal opinion about his free time with family or friends.
Okay, so let's get, this is the two photos, okay, that the examiner is going to show them. And we are going to listen how they do reply to this task, okay? Let's get ready to do it. This is number 11. Okay, before listening to it, let's get a look to this number 3A, because these are the photos, okay? The first one is this one. I show it. You got at the bottom of the book, but you don't need to go there.
Do we need to take some notes about the?
Not now,
or
not now, not now. No. So just have a look at this photo, and the second photo is this one. Okay. Yeah. According to what I say in the previous lesson, if you remember, do you think what they should and they shouldn't do? Okay, you think they Sophia, what she shouldn't. I mean, it's about Sophia because the first part of the exam is for her. So what do you think Sophia shouldn't and shouldn't do? For example, say what each person in both pictures is wearing. Do you think she should do it?
No.
No, she shouldn't do.
She shouldn't. Very good, very good. 2, let's go. Read one by one and decide. Vale, number 2.
Suggest who the different groups of people might be. Yes.
Yes.
They should.
Yes, she should.
She should.
Yeah. Number 3, Ross.
Say what the two groups are doing at the moment. Yes, she do.
Yes.
She shouldn't. She should do.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. 4.
Contrast the ages of the people in the two pictures. Yes.
Yes, because it's part of the contrast.
Contrast. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The 5th, talk about what the people might do next. No.
No, it's completely useless. It's out of it.
Give examples of the things young people can do with friends. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Give reasons why young people need to have friends. Yes, she should.
Describe her own family and her closest friends. It's not necessary.
That's it. Good.
Give examples of the things young people can do with their family. Yes, she should.
Yeah.
Say why young people sometimes need their families' support. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay, so now we are going to listen the recording and we check whether Sophia only talked about the things you tick, and also we can tick the expression similar to those in useful language, similar, not completely the same, but something that they both, Sophia and Ricardo, uses. Okay, for that I'm referred to this page. Okay, so just listen carefully now and listen about the content. So if Sophia just answered to this, if she did well, to do that, we are going to, so we watch the two pictures. No, not this one, this one. Okay, and we are going to listen.
Speaking Test 1, Part 2.
In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you 2 photographs. I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own for about a minute, and also to answer a question about your partner's photographs. Sophia, it's your turn first. Here are your photographs. They show young people with others who are close to them. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say why the 2 different kinds of relationship are important to teenagers. All right?
Well, in both photos there are some young people, maybe about 15 or 16 years old, and it looks as if they're having a good time in different ways. In the first picture, there are a group of them, probably friends, I think, because they have about the same age, and they're laughing for something, a joke or one thing like that. While here, in the other one, the teenagers are with 2 people older than them. These could be their grandparents. They also look happy, though smiling, not laughing. Their relationship with the friends is very important, I think, because everybody needs to be with other people that has the same interests. Things like music and films and clothes, and also to talk about the problems. But the family is really important too. And one reason is that all people spends a lot of time with them, especially the evenings and the weekends. And celebrations, for example, the weddings and parties. Another reason is most of teenagers know that the family always will give help if you ask them.
Thank you. Ricardo, do you prefer to spend your free time with family or with friends?
Normally, I'd rather be with the friends because of the age and because we do a lot of sport together, such as football and basketball. It's also better to eat the meals with the friends. I'd like to eat the fast food much more than the meals that I eat at home with my family. If I have some money, of course, because to buy food in the restaurant, it is very expensive.
Thank you.
Okay, so do you think they just replied in the correct way, especially Sophia?
Yes, Sophia,
Yes.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, both of them. Both of them. They just, and could you recognize some of the sentences that we found here in this page?
In both of them, there are.
Yes.
In
But maybe she
looks,
said, yeah, it looks as if.
as if, look like.
Yes.
I prefer to.
Yes.
I'd
I'd
rather.
rather. I'd rather. Yes, and then older in that one, in the other one. One reason is that when they are explaining and giving example, because of course, another reason is such as all these words she was using, so it was quite good. Okay, now we are getting into part 2 to try to do it. So now we, yeah, together. Okay, so now Ross, you are candidate A and Vale is candidate B.
Okay.
Now we look at the exam instructions and on page C3, that is this one, the last time we did. We do another one now.
Okay.
Yes, of course. We do this.
I'm not prepared,
Okay.
ready for the other ones.
Yeah, no, because
is
this
funny.
one, no, I want to do the part 3 because we've done this. And I'd like now that we are doing the discussion together. Okay.
Which page?
No, at the moment we're going to get introduced to the part 3 from page 64.
Okay, thank you.
So this, and so now we concluded the part 2 where you speak about a couple of photos and the other one is just answering to one question. The part 3 of the speaking test, you have to speak together, you and the other candidate, okay?
Yes.
So you have to, I don't remember, but I don't think we've done this one.
No, we didn't.
Okay, so complete the headings above each group expression with this word. This is the same exercise as the other one. We have to give the heading. So each group is representing one particular skill. So particular skill. So for example, number 1, what is it about? Read all the expression here, Ross.
How about, why don't we? Perhaps we should. What do you think? So shall we then?
So shall we then? So is this what?
In what context you can say, so shall we then?
So shall we think that this one is the best one then? When you are making, oops. So here there are all way of making, I give you the first, of making suggestions. Okay.
Making.
Making. This is making suggestion. How about going there? Perhaps don't we agree about it? And so they are making suggestion. This one. What about?
Shall we go to the theater? Oh.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. Try now. Read the second group.
Don't you think so? Would you agree? Wouldn't you say so? Is that all right with you? Would you go along with that? Asking if someone agrees with.
That's it. Asking if someone agrees with suggestion. So, number 3.
No. Probably we did it. Probably
No.
I don't remember, but
No.
No. It's very similar.
Okay.
It's similar. Yeah, they're all very
the
similar,
other
of
one.
course. Yeah.
Okay. Right. I think so too. That's true. I completely agree with you. That's a great idea.
Okay.
It's a great. I don't know the proposed expression, but agreeing with.
Yes, is agreeing with suggestions. Yes, definitely. Okay, and then number 4.
I am not really sure about that. I think it might be better to, I think I'd rather, I don't really agree. I think I'm not so keen on, what's the meaning of keen?
Passionate, that you really love it, something. So I'm not really keen on a football. I don't care about football. So let's go on with some other subject. Okay.
Okay. Disagreeing politely with.
Disagreeing politely with. So when you disagree with your partner, you can do it. You have to do it, but in a very polite way. And last one.
That's because for one thing, for another, well, the thing is, I think the problem is that the main reason is that, can I say above, give a reason, giving reasons for disagreeing with.
That's it. You are giving reason for disagreeing to. Okay, very good. Okay, now we are going, let me move here. They are going, the examiner, to show you a diagram like this one, where we have a question, a main question in the middle, and some suggestion around it. Okay?
Yes.
So, what is the topic of the discussion here?
If these things are useful or not.
Yeah, so there is, yes, but the topic is about things that you find around the house.
Yes.
Okay, and the two things that you have to do is, first is to say how useful each object is for people. Okay, and then you have to decide with your partner which are the two most important for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's try. Now you try to talk about how useful you do it together. So the best thing to do it together is decide who is starting, but do not wait. When they say go and you go immediately. If your partner doesn't speak, you speak immediately. And try to manage, no, it's not a stress. Try to manage as it is a tennis match, because you don't have to, yes, table tennis. So you don't have to speak too much and speak just you, because, but you don't have to stay silent and say just yes or no, of course. So if you start and then you say, Don't you think so? What do you think? What's about you? Okay, and you go on. So when I give you the time, now we do without time. You just start, and I want to see how do you manage everything. Then we are going to listen a real one. Okay, go.
Can I start?
Uh,
My personal opinion, dishwasher, freezer, washing machine, iron, fridge are useful for every people because these things can help women in particular to do houseworks. And what do you think about Valentina?
can you hear me?
Are you?
Yes, now we got it again. We have
Yeah,
lost you for a
I
minute.
didn't understand. Sorry.
Okay, repeat.
Sorry.
Start again.
Okay. Start again.
Okay.
Hi, Valentina.
Hi.
Um, my personal opinion, I think that all of things, dishwasher, fridge, freezer, washing machine, and iron, are so useful for people, especially for women, because they help. These things help them to do the houseworks in easily manner. Do you agree with that? What about this?
Yes,
Your opinion?
I agree, but I think that also men have to make house working, and so these machines could be interesting also for them. Do you agree with me?
Yes, that's true. Indeed, sorry, because I spoke about sorry, I mentioned only a woman, but I'm wrong because usually these times man and woman work together for the house, clean the house. So for me, I think that the most useful things for my situation are washing machine and dish and fridge, sorry, and fridge,
Yeah.
because the reason is that the fridge is important to save to maintain foods fresh, and the washing machine, the other reason is that the washing machine is important because it's too much. There is too much work for washing clothes or other things. So instead, the other things I can I can um, I can live without the other things. So
I agree with you, because it's very important. The washing machine is very important in at home, and it takes a long time to wash our wares. It could take a lot of time without washing machine, and so it's very important. It could be interesting to have also a dryer to take your words and your in a short time, in short times, and also
Okay, that's fine. Now you have a minute to decide which two things are most important to you.
yes, for me, for my personal point of view, the most important ones are the washing machine and the fridge, as Rosanna has said, because they can make you take your time and without losing hours and hours to wash wares, and also it's very important to maintain food in fridge, and you can go to the supermarket one per week without going every day. What do you think about, Ross?
Completely agree with you. So, 'cause I think your reasons are the same for me. So,
Okay, now you should say a sentence to conclude. So we think that
think.
the two most important. Okay.
Okay, so concluding, we
Yes. In
think
conclusion,
in conclusion, we think altogether that the most useful things are the fridge and wash machine, because we can survive without the other things.
very good, very good. Brave, molto bene. Vale, ricordati che you don't lose time, you waste time.
Waste. Okay.
Waste time. You don't lose time because time is not yours. I mean, it is yours, but you're not losing a property. Okay. Now,
okay. But biancheria, how do you say? Because clothes.
linen. Ok. Oppure dici clothes.
But clothes is, but also
Vestiti in genere.
for
Laundry.
no, per biancheria, per lavare,
Tipo le lenzuola, vuoi dire, no?
asciugamani, lenzuola, sì.
Linen,
Okay.
yes.
Invece risparmiare tempo, come si dice?
Save time.
Save time,
Save
sì.
time.
Save time.
Ecco, non riuscivo a
Time lo fai save come se fossero soldi, invece perderlo non è lose, ma è waste time.
Va bene, wears per vestiti?
No, è clothes.
Ok.
Clothes. Clothes that you wear. Clothes è in generale o in linen è appunto la biancheria. Oppure potete dire laundry, perché è la lavanderia,
Quello
no?
che tu metti, sì,
esatto, il fare il bucato, diciamo, laundry. Ok, e adesso andiamo ad ascoltare Eleni e Stanislaw, ma attenzione, cercate di fare voi gli esaminatori adesso. Do they listen and reply to each other? Yes, che è quello basico, importantissimo. Ascoltate e rispondetevi, come avete fatto voi avete fatto benissimo. Do they disagree politely? Yes or no? Do they give reasons and examples? Importante, voi l'avete fatto tutte e due, avete dato ragioni, motivazioni ed esempi. Do they discuss each object? Allora, questo non è importante, potete anche non prendere in considerazione qualcuno di questi oggetti, ma se ne prendete già 3 su 5 va bene, se li nominate tutti e 5 va bene lo stesso, ma non è necessario. Do they take turns talking? Anche questo voi l'avete fatto, siete stati bravi, ascoltate se lo fanno anche loro. Do they try to decide on two objects and do they agree? Perché non è necessario che voi siate d'accordo con l'altro candidato.
Ma eravamo molto d'accordo.
Voi eravate molto in sintonia, però vi può capitare un partner o un argomento in cui non siete assolutamente d'accordo, per cui dovrete disagree politely, ma alla fine dire ok, concludiamo che non siamo d'accordo, siamo in disaccordo, siamo d'accordo sul non essere d'accordo, ok?
Sì, sì, sì.
Andiamo a sentire come l'hanno gestita loro. Naturalmente gli accenti sentite che non sono accenti british, perché sono dei candidati che vengono da vari paesi del mondo, per cui insomma non sono sicuramente peggiori di voi.
Speaking test 1.
Part 3.
Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. Here are some things that you often find in the home. First, talk to each other about how useful these things are to people.
Shall we start with the dishwasher?
Yes, fine.
Okay, this is very useful because you can put in it all the dirty plates and things. For example, after a meal with all the family. What do you think?
Well, I'm not so keen on having a dishwasher. The main reason is that I live by my own, so that I can wash by hand the cups and plates very fast. But every apartment must have a fridge, don't you think so?
Right, especially in hot countries like mine, because if not, the food goes bad very quickly, and the drinks, they are not nice. So the fridge definitely everyone needs.
So how about this one, the freezer? With that, you can keep food for much longer than in the fridge.
I'm not really sure about that. Yes, it is handy for always having the ice cream and things like that. But fresh food tastes much better than the frozen food, and frozen vegetables is not so healthy. The next thing, though, the washing machine, is something always useful.
I think so too. It must have been terrible in the old days to have to wash all the family's clothes by hand.
Or go out all the time to the place where they wash the clothes.
The laundry? The laundrette?
Yes, that. And you need too the iron to make the clothes look smart. Would you agree?
I think I'd rather have clothes which don't need iron. For one thing, for me, it is quite difficult to use the iron.
I think you can learn. It's very easy.
Thank you. Now you have a minute to decide which 2 things are most important to you.
Well, for me, one of the most important ones is definitely the washing machine. That makes a really big difference in the home.
I don't really agree. For single people, like students living alone, you don't use it often. I mean, if you have a few socks and things to clean, you don't need a washing machine for them. I think it's okay, but not an essential thing. The freezer is more useful, really.
So, do you choose that for one of the 2 things most important?
Yes, because it makes the life more easy. You can go to the supermarket, do all shopping for some weeks, and keep everything in the freezer until you need it.
That is possible, I suppose. And which other would be best for you?
The fridge, especially for things like milk and salad and fish.
That's true. So we are agree about that. But I think the washing machine is more important than the freezer. Are you sure you don't change your mind?
No, I think it might be better to have different things in different kind of home. Shall we leave it at that?
Yes, let's agree to disagree about that one.
Okay, that's a very nice example. Okay, so do you think they disagree politely?
Yes.
Yes.
Do they give reasons and examples?
Yes.
Do they discuss each object?
No, the iron,
No.
they don't.
No, yes, they didn't mention the iron. Okay, and you're not gonna lose any marks for it. Okay, that's okay.
But they don't say that if you use the iron, the clothes are more smart. I don't know.
No, I don't think they did. No, no.
Oh, okay.
5. Do they take turns talking?
Yes.
Yes. Do they try to decide on 2 objects?
Yes.
Yes, they try. And do they agree?
No.
Only on one. Only on one, not on two.
One fridge.
Just on one.
No.
For the
Okay.
fridge.
Okay.
Because
That's it.
one prefers
So you see the
washing machine.
expression.
Freezer.
So they use so many expressions like, what do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not so keen on, don't you think so? Right, how about, I'm not really sure about that. I think so, would you agree? I think I'd rather, for one thing, I don't really agree. That's true. I think it might be better to, and so on. So they used a lot of those expressions that make.
And the I can say tennis table,
Court.
because
Tennis table.
it's more
Yes.
it's more the situation is more compared to our conversation.
Yes.
It was more exchange.
Yes, you have to try. Yeah, because you made longer sentences without interrupting. That is correct.
Yeah.
But don't forget that you have limited time. So I didn't limited your time previously. Now in our next exercise, I give you the limit. So after 2 minutes, I will say to you to stop. And you will realize if you are speaking too much or Ross is freezed. Yes. Yes. Okay, let's wait for her. You see, because 2 minutes, it's not a long time. So I got the chronometer here. And I'm going to give you when Ross is back. Because now she's been around in the net, lost in the net, and she was falling. Okay, so let's take first of all the diagram at page C5. That is this one that I'm going to turn. Where is C5? I'm lost here. Not too much. Oh.
Eccola, girava.
Oh, gosh. No, here. Ok. Sì.
Eccola.
Lo dobbiamo rigirare. Perché mi va qui? Non capisco perché.
Qui possiamo comunque vederla anche di lato, così va bene uguale.
Ma no, c'è un problema qui. Aspetta, lo riapro. Lo riapro da qua e vediamo un attimo. Tanto deve rientrare Rossana che è caduta.
Sì? È caduta.
È caduta, povera. Speriamo che non abbia problemi. Ah, vediamo un po' se... No, non è questo. Questo è quello dei ragazzi. Eccola.
Eccola, Ross.
Ecco Ross. È ricaduta. Ci sei?
I've lost
Yeah, you lost everything.
Yes.
Ok. Ok, allora. Adesso dicevo, attenzione perché io faccio partire il cronometro dal momento in cui vi do l'ok, per cui cercate di non allungarvi troppo, cioè date sempre le motivazioni, ma non elucubrate, perché io potrei fermarvi che ancora non avete risposto alle domande che vi vengono fatte. Per cui quello che voi avete da fare adesso, questo è il diagramma su cui dovrete discutere. Why might these ideas attract more customers to the restaurant? Prize winning chef, relaxing background music, extensive menu, reduced prices, excellent customer service. Okay?
Okay.
So I'd like you to imagine that the restaurant is trying to attract more customers. Here are some of the ideas that they are considering and a question for you to discuss. So first, you have some time to look at the task. When I say now, you have to talk to each other about why these ideas might attract more customers to the restaurant. And then after 2 minutes, I will stop you and ask you another thing, okay?
Okay.
So when I say now talk to each other, you start, okay? And I let the time go. Okay, now talk to each other.
I think that customers appreciate very much price-winning chef because they can eat better than other restaurants. And then customers appreciate also relaxing background music and not a very low, very high music that disturb the privacy of the customers. What do you think about Ross?
I think that you're right, but I think that on the other hand, that the reduced prices, so the convenient prices are more attractful to customers or for customers. To customers because in these times many people are not so they have not much money this time, so I think they are funding for prices, low prices. And so for me, this is what do you think about the extensive menu? Do you think that it could be a good reason to attract people, customers?
I am not keen about it because the extensive menu makes customers think that there isn't a special dish in the cooking restaurant, and for me it's important to have a special approach to one kind of food and not having all the cooking menu.
Thank you. Actually, you spoke for 2 minutes and a half, so you were going longer, but we'll discuss it later. Now you have a minute to decide which idea might attract the most customer. Thank you. Go on.
I don't understand now the...
Which of these idea is the most attractive?
Ah, okay.
I think that the most attractive idea could be an excellent customer service, because people appreciate very much to have waitress or waiters that make them okay with dishes without having mistakes about that. What do you think about?
Good, Valentina, but I think that between excellent customer services and prize-winning chef, I think that win the prize-winning chef, because the people are more select the restaurants using using internet, and so they are so more expert about the and interested to the good food. And
Thank you. So you decide.
Yes, both of them, prize-winning chef and excellent customer service.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the thing is, you are getting too long. Parlate e la cosa, no, ma la cosa che non va benissimo, a parte che è attractive, non si dice attractful, è attractive, attenzione, ma non vi faccio tutte le correzioni perché l'importante è che ci sia il flusso. Però attenzione a tutti i vari che allungano i tempi e non vi danno costrutto. Quando state pensando, let me think, I never thought about this. Okay, that's a good idea. What's your idea? If you don't know what to say, give the ball to your partner. Immediately stop it and give. So it's coming and it's much more lively. I don't know. I don't have a real precise idea. What's your idea? Okay, so try to do is just with more rhythm. Like, you are really playing. You're really playing here. And Valentina, you are a player, you are an actress, so you should know how to give, the time. It's important. The rhythm is basic, even here. Okay, let's go on. What's the time? Okay. Yeah, I know that this is difficult for you, but it's also important.
Also because the other can steal your ideas before you, and so you have nothing to say because
yeah, you can. So if they say the same idea that you have, you say, I completely agree with you, and you give your own example. So you don't have to add anything to the idea. For example, if she say, I think that winning prize chef is very important to attract people. Yeah, because I remember that a lot of people, they going to look into the internet, and if they are not a 5 stars opinions of them, they don't go. So probably that's the way, a good way. Have you had the same experiences I had? Oh yes, in this way, trying to do it. Now let's get into prepare for next time. Part 4 of the speaking test. This part 4 lasts 4 minutes. Your answer questions are based on the same topic. So we are going to continue our discussion on restaurants. Okay. This part tests your ability to talk about issue in more depth. You have to go more depth than in the other 3 parts of the speaking paper. You will need to express opinion and give reasons for them, and also to agree or disagree with different opinions. It seems the same, but it's not. The examiner may also ask you to reply to your partner opinions. So now the examiner is trying to take part into the discussion. You may want to bring your partner into the discussion, and they might want to involve you in your answering too, but it's not essential. After you finish, it's finish completely everything. Okay. And so this is a question that I'm going to give it to one of you, just one of you. So the examiner is going to ask to a candidate one thing, and you are going to speak more alone. And then you can even ask to your partner, but it's not just necessary. Okay. You can involve it or not. It's up to you. But you have to be very careful because they could involve you. So you have to be careful what they say, because then it's your turn. After candidate A is candidate B, and candidate B is trying to talk, and it can involve you, or the examiner can ask you something about the other candidate question. Okay. So what kind of language are we going to use to express our opinions? Because this is a matter of opinion, okay?
Yeah.
Complete the expression. So we do the same exercise as usual. That is complete the expression with this word, and more than one answer is possible. You can use some words more than once. Okay, let's go on. Asking for someone's opinion. What's your opinion of? What else? Number 2.
What do you think about?
What are your feelings or views? Or no? What are your feelings about?
Also, what do you think about? What do you feel about also? And here, what are your feelings about, or what are
your views?
Brava, your views about. Then,
how do you feel about?
Good, good. 5.
Could you tell me your? It seems way on.
No, your opinion or your
your
views.
opinion on, but
yeah,
okay.
your views on.
So way
or your,
and etc. is an extra word.
on something. Okay, okay. So these are all ways to ask for someone's opinion, to involve people in the discussion. Okay. Now, how do you give your opinion with the same possible words?
I think.
Yes, or I feel.
I feel.
Yeah.
Think, I feel.
Number 7.
I'd say.
Brava, I'd say that. 8.
It seems
yes.
to me.
Yeah, very good. It seems to me. Yeah.
In
9.
my opinion.
Good. 10.
My own opinion or view is that.
Feeling.
Feeling.
Okay. So vedete, con le stesse parole voi potete chiedere, esprimere, ma sono sempre le stesse. Try to change someone's opinion. Perché questa è una cosa che voi non avete avuto necessità di fare, ma magari vi capita uno che vi parla che è favorevole alla caccia e voi no, e gli volete far cambiare idea.
Yes, but isn't it possible?
Brava, brava. Oppure 12. Yes.
But on the other hand.
Brava. 13.
But don't you think that?
Yeah, so don't you feel that?
But feel or think, I can I can
You
choose
can use
both.
one for, yeah, you can use one for the other, because when you think you feel, actually something, feel is much more something that is more deep into yourself, but actually it's the same. Okay. 14.
Well, others might say.
Might say, yes. Well, others might say that, but I think that, okay.
Another view of
Another way, another way.
another
I
way.
would
Sorry,
say
because
another way.
I didn't
Okay, another
the
way.
plural.
Okay. Okay, that is good. Listening, think about the topic. So now we are going to go back to the things in the home. Do you remember the things in the home, the house, the okay, the washing machine and so on. Which of these points might you think the examiner might ask you to discuss? Which one do you think it could ask you? I mean them.
Whether houses are too expensive to buy. No.
No, no. Okay,
Well,
now, number 2.
Whether everyone in a house should do the same amount of housework, yes.
Yes.
We discussed
and you
about.
discuss it. Just a moment, sorry, because they rang the bell.
How could you go on, Valentina?
Can you please follow me?
How common?
I am not so clean about it.
Okay.
I'm not so keen about it.
You're not so keen about it. Number 3, what do you think? You think how common electrical appliances work?
No.
No, nothing to do with the topic. Whether homes have too much electrical equipment?
No.
No.
Yeah, it could be. It could be because it's another point of view. Yes, to use them or not to use them.
Because it's electrical consume.
Yes, yes, yes. You can go on that side. Yeah. And whether you enjoy doing your housework.
Yes.
Yes. Which electrical things you have in your house.
Yes.
Yes. So you see, now I'm going to send you this audio and you do by yourself this part 2 and 3. Okay. So you hear other 2 students doing this part and you decide which is true or false for each person. Okay. So next time we start from here, from page 67 to go on with the speaking.
Okay.
Okay, and we're trying to do ourselves. So I'm going to send you this number 13, this audio right now in 5 minutes, and you do this part by yourself. Listen carefully to it, and so you start to learn how to face this part of the exam. That is the last one. Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have done the whole exam, all the tries. Okay. So I see you next time. Anything you need, just let me know. And Rossana, ci sei stasera per caso per quando c'è tua figlia?
Sì.
Ti possiamo chiamare 10 minuti se possiamo fare una prova di speaking anche con lei?
Certo.
Ok, lei si è mostrata disponibile.
Very happy.
Ok, allora ti chiameremo, stai pronta?
Yes,
okay.
of course.
Ciao a tutte, a presto.
See you.
Bye bye.
Ciao, bye.
Bye bye.